again. Okay, it's on. Bing bong.
Bing bong.
Bong.
Check the levels and everything, but it's still quiet.
What?
Bing bong.
I was like gonna say we put like.
It's not perfect. It's perfect.
Messages of the subliminal type.
Not
Tony hates
correct.
political
Oh, wow. Strong opinion.
He's on Drake's side.
Oh my fuck you.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 208 of Brett and Tony with Ash and Abe. I'm Abe.
I'm Brett.
I'm Tony.
I'm Ashlyn.
And we have a guest this week.
It's been a while.
I love
since we've been
guests.
together.
It's long
It's been
time.
like about what 2 years?
Actually, I
Yeah.
think our last guest might have been dead.
It's very possible.
I'm the only guest.
Was
Actually-
that Genetic Opera? Repo? Was that the
Yeah.
last one?
Oh, that was so
Right?
good.
That's the one I was here for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. We haven't had a guest since.
I just saw that turned, what, like 15?
Yeah,
Did
was
it
our
really?
anniversary.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Man, if Players Workshop would do that, I
That'd
would
be crazy,
I would
wouldn't it?
100% audition for that show.
Wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'd go watch it.
I would have to be. I don't have the stature for the actual Repo Man because even the song describes. So unless they were willing to change the lyrics, which I don't think they probably would, I probably would have to be the dad of the family because I'm a little bit older now and
Yeah.
I can sing a little bit more operatic. and
I don't
think
know
that
why,
might-
but I pictured you as the brother with the face.
I don't want.
I know.
It's a fun role, but I would not enjoy.
I
it much.
just realized he had a face.
It's true that we do have that.
I
in
don't think
common.
you could be the dad. You
the
don't
dad
look
is-
old enough.
The
Yeah,
dad's
but
Paul
that's stage
Sorvino,
makeup.
right?
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
From the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, and I in real life, I am a far cry from Paul Sorvino. That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, either of the brothers would be fine. I just find them a little bit. I don't fall in love with like extreme character performances as much. Not that they don't have worth, but as someone on stage, I don't know if I would enjoy that as much.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say a lot has happened since we last talked to you. You're a pastor now, right?
Oh yeah, at Kingston United Methodist Church. Yeah,
Nice.
that's true.
Yeah.
Which is fitting. I should have waited for that segue until we got into the movie.
Yeah, we could have.
I fucked that up.
Speaking of pastors,
Because this is our Christmas Day episode,
Oh,
right?
Yes, this comes out on Christmas Day.
Merry Christmas!
Happy Christmas.
yes, Merry Christmas.
I love
indeed.
Christmas colors.
So behind the scenes, we wanted to do a different movie, which looked insane.
Apparently, from what Tony was saying, it might just be a full-on
Actual.
like religious piece.
No,
Yeah.
because I messaged the guy.
Good.
Oh, wow.
I had a conversation with the director this week,
Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool.
trying to get the movie.
We were
Yeah,
going to
we-
do The Carpenter.
He was trying to get the director to send us a copy or something.
Yeah,
So it's
I-
not out yet. Is that
No,
what you
no,
said?
No,
I
it's not out yet.
no, I slid her into his DMs, and
That's,
then
that's how you
yep.
do it.
I mean, I have.
You were networking.
Actually, I was on LinkedIn, and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" I sent him the conversation I had, and I'm like, and I looked at his movies, all straight up Christian movies, serious.
So like not tongue in cheek at all, like
No,
like serious.
serious.
With a plot like that, though, how do you
I know.
not?
And
I
then-
mean, Jesus or a father's an orphan Viking and teaches him martial arts.
No, and then he asked for the name of our podcast, and I gave it to him, and we are never allowed to watch this movie.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's pretty
he barred
strong.
us. Yeah.
Did
Yep.
he listen to Swamp Thing?
I gave him.
Listen to the
Yeah.
Swamp
He
Thing
listened to our
episode,
religion
didn't
episode where we made a cult.
Oh yeah.
he? You guys did.
No, yeah, you're a part of it.
Me and Dane are on God's side.
Yeah.
You guys
Are we gonna
cool.
drop like teams on the wall? Like,
Because you're Drake in the battle because God's plan, Drake. So
Oh
you're
my
Drake,
God.
we're Kendrick.
That
Is that the
song
good side to be on?
sucked.
Yeah.
Because they both suck, in my opinion.
No, Ash.
Stupid.
Who's a little baby boy getting his leg stuck?
It's me.
Brett's just sitting on her lap.
Brett's little leg is stuck.
Yeah, we weren't able to do The Carpenter, is what we were trying to do. So we had to pick a backup for a Christmas Day episode, and we picked a
suitable replacement. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
right there with it on the same theme and everything.
yeah, basically.
I mean,
Yeah. But before we do that, guys, we should probably just get it the fuck out of our system!
Get it the fuck out of your system right now.
F out of our system. I should just not cuss.
No, it's
Brett.
people know what they're signing up for. Like
That's
it's
true.
Yeah.
as long as I don't make a fool of myself, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yep, that's a good point, Nick.
So
who's going first?
What do you guys
I'll go
been up
first
to?
because I don't have a lot. I don't think I've done anything.
It's that time of year.
No Christmas movies?
No,
Really?
not this year. I didn't even watch Harry Potter. We watched like the first two.
That's
Yeah.
usually your winter movies.
I know nothing. I
Die
didn't
Hard?
even watch.
Die Hard.
Die Hard's a good Christmas
No.
one.
Doesn't one of the Lethal Weapons take place?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's Shane Black.
Yeah.
Yep.
He loves Christmas.
Those are not my kinds of movies.
Hallmark Christmas movies.
No.
I don't know what.
The Sound of
Sound of
You guys are
Music.
gonna
Music.
make me guess? Like I don't know
Yeah.
what your Christmas movie.
The Sound of Music. The Claymate, like the old from the 90s.
Yeah, like Rankin Bass.
Rudolph.
Yeah.
The Snowman. Jack
Yeah.
Frost. Those
Do you
movies.
throw in Little Drummer Boy? Because
Love
made
it.
that one too. That was
Love
a good
it.
one.
That was my favorite when
He
I was
hates
little.
people.
And that
All
is my
people.
favorite Christmas song.
He's
Yeah.
relatable.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's-
I can relate.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't get to do any of that.
Not yet. You still have some time though.
It's not yet. Well, I mean, we're recording
real
it on
life.
Christmas.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
real life, yeah.
In real life, you have more time.
I guess I could just binge Christmas the rest of the day.
That's true.
yeah.
And tomorrow.
There goes my weekend.
Oh yeah. You
Merry
don't
Christmas to
Right.
you.
You don't even like Christmas.
He's
movies?
not
No,
allowed to be
I'm
Grinch
not,
right
yeah,
now.
I'm not allowed to be
Okay.
Grinch.
We have
Not
strict
week of
rules
Christmas?
on his Grinch.
No, it's like second week of December. I'm
He has to be
best
pro
behavior.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of afraid to ask the consequences to this deal. Like if you.
No presents.
Oh.
That or
I'm
the look of disapproval and the feeling like I ruined somebody else's Christmas. 'Cause that's never my goal. I'm just not a fan. But you should have the best Christmas possible. That's
Just
what I-
don't involve
yeah.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I made Christmas goodies.
Hey.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was Christmas candy season.
We could be eating them right now.
I
but-
know, and I didn't bring any.
Usually you do.
I know. I forgot. It's fine.
You'll
It's
bring
fine.
it for friend Christmas.
Yeah.
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 That's fine. And that's all.
Nice.
There's me and working.
And
There you
working.
go.
Of course.
I've watched a lot of Hallmark Christmas movies, those kind, but like on the Netflix ones and stuff, like Hot Frosty.
Hot
new one.
Christmas
So
porn.
that is a real
Well,
thing.
Hot Frosty is
Is it a porn?
no, it's not
Oh.
porn.
It's not. They can't have porn on Netflix.
Yeah, I'm sure they can
Not
have
yet,
soft
But it's a
call.
Netflix one, so like I mean, it's not like a Hallmark.
Gotcha.
You know?
The biggest thing I hate about the Hallmark one, I've never watched one. The covers, and you can spot it from a mile away.
they're all
The
the
covers
same.
give them away.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, this is going to be a
Well, it kind
shit
of makes you
movie.
wonder, like when you figured it out, why change your formula?
That's
like,
true.
You know what
Yeah.
people want, you
Yep.
know what they like.
Give it to them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I always feel bad for that, like the dude in the city who's like trying to make money for their family, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm actually leaving you for this farmer guy that I went to high school with." Like, really? Oh, okay. Well, then I'm just gonna take my $1 million deal that I was about to do for you and keep it all for myself. You have fun with that.
Yeah. So you
Hallmark is crazy.
You always feel bad for the guy in the big city.
Usually, a lot of times,
The villain of the story.
Now-
That's true though.
certain movies obviously spend
just-
more time fleshing that character out.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, at least, and I should preface this, the ones that I've ever seen, which are not a lot, I didn't get like a good amount of movies to compare.
Yeah.
But the ones that I saw, it's like, yeah, okay, I get that maybe sometimes maybe a little emotionally distant just because, when you're like a high-powered usually lawyer or whatever, like
You're a shark.
You're focused on work, and I get that. But to me, we always see so little of the relationship, and it's like the woman just drives through her town, and like the dude's just standing there, and she's like, "No, him. That's a much better
That
deal."
guy.
And it's like, wasn't that the same person you went to high school with? Like, you're sure that's the person? Like, all right, well, it's your life.
I made a
guess. Just
mistake.
go ahead.
I wanted to. I want to redo. Second chances.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Hot Frosty.
I don't know. Hot Frosty was
Actually, Hot
pretty
Frosty
good,
was
though.
about a guy who just wasn't that about the one who just came alive and she fell in love with. So she fell in love
it's,
with a child, basically.
with a snowman. Yeah. The mind of a child.
What?
Well, because it's a snowman.
So it's kind of like Big.
And then
kind of like big.
kind of,
but kind of like big, but
the snowman
just born.
when she's drunk one night, she puts
no.
this magic scarf on, and then he comes to.
I was really
life
afraid to
and-
ask where she put the carrot. I was like,
And he
please
is,
don't.
He is really hot.
Oh,
So that's a plus.
Yeah, and because he's a snowman.
So did he have a dick for it? No, because he put the carrot.
He doesn't like coats or anything that's warm. So like he's in it most of the time, like without his shirt on and stuff.
I mean, it's not like
What?
she would be dating him for his brain anyway.
Yeah,
like so.
exactly.
The fuck is this movie?
It's half
It's a
frosty.
new,
I saw a preview and I'm like, no.
That also
watched
sounds like a euphemism, though. So I don't. The first time I heard
Yeah.
that, I didn't know.
Yeah, it sounds like something you'd hear about on Urban Dictionary for sure. I bet that's already a thing.
I was gonna
I'm
say
on
if you
it.
look it up, it probably
Yeah.
already is a thing.
I also watched the new Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie.
How was it?
How was that?
Okay.
It's kinda
It was
like
a Hallmark.
This is our second year doing one because I watched a new one last year with her
Yeah.
in it. But
Actually, Netflix has one of my newer favorite Christmas movies that I watch almost every year now.
which one's that?
It's called Let It Snow.
Which one's that?
It's, if I were to describe it, it's basically like a more modern day, younger American Love Actually.
I think I just watched this.
It's one of Megan's favorite movies now, so we watch it almost every year.
Nobody big was in it though, right?
Of course, I don't know movie actors like you guys do, but it's got the one that I recognized right away was the new Harry Osborn from the Spider-Man movies, who plays Peter Parker's best friend.
Yeah.
Like he's in it, but
Yes.
there's other people
That's
that
a
I,
DJ.
Yeah, well, yes.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Kind
just
of,
watched this.
yeah,
The Chronicle guy?
No, the Tom Holland Spider-Man's.
That guy, okay.
The fat
That
dude.
Asian?
I was
That's
afraid to
still-
describe
Oh,
him
Ned?
that way, but
Ned?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
And he's in it. He's playing a high schooler, and the dude looks like he's like 32.
yeah,
Yeah,
he
and he's
does.
still trying to play high schoolers. It was kind of cracking me up. But I just watched that. That was actually a really good movie.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
surprisingly good. It's one of those that, I mean, you either are going to buy it or you're not. But
Yeah.
I thought for a Christmas movie, it's surprisingly sincere.
And he's trying to, because he's trying to throw a party the whole time in a burger joint.
Yeah, it's a Waffle House basically.
Waffle
yeah,
House, yeah,
where he
yeah.
works because he tries to do it at his house because his parents are going to be gone.
Yep, and then his
but
parents
then,
come back
yeah,
early.
because there was a storm and they couldn't fly out, and then he goes to work and has the party there after they close, basically.
Yeah, it was a pretty good movie.
That's
So
only
weird.
that's only a small part of the plot, though. I
Yeah,
should say
there's-
each
like you said,
character
it's
has
Love
their
Actually.
own piece of the pie.
Yeah.
and by the end of it, you kind of figure out how they all know each other. But when you first start out, like Love Actually, you're being introduced to these different characters and the things they're going through,
Yep.
and then by the end of it, it kind of all comes together.
I liked the black guy, the singer.
Stuart Bales.
Yeah. I liked him in it.
Yeah.
His little relationship kind of
Yeah,
thing.
that was
where-
really sweet.
Yeah. They meet on a train, and anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's all
Yeah.
coming back to me now.
You're like, I'm just gonna turn it on while the podcast is going on because
Yeah, might as well. I also went down to the Capitol last week and watched Krampus. Took the kids.
Nice.
Yep.
I haven't seen that since theaters.
I have seen it a couple times now, and I remember when I first, because I watched it with you.
In
I
theaters?
think.
Yeah, probably.
And I remember being disappointed, but every time I've watched it since, like, I like it a little bit more.
Good.
were your
Nice.
expectations maybe?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it was the
yeah.
expectations, but like every time I watch it, because I've probably seen it a good 3 or 4 times maybe now, and yeah.
I thought about buying the special edition one that Justin Beam released.
Yeah.
Just because I know him.
I wish
and
I was
it'd be
rich
cool.
so I could buy all of the DVDs he posts that he's worked on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's me.
Tony, you got anything?
Not only have I been off Facebook and all
Oh no.
this Snapchat and everything, I haven't seen a movie. I've only seen one movie in the last 2 weeks.
What was it?
We'll get to it.
Was it VelociPastor?
Yes.
Okay.
He was cleansing his palate before VelociPastor. He wanted to go and do it.
Just been a stupid 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. That stinks. Anything? How about what are you excited about seeing?
I'm kind of excited to see Sonic 3.
I know. I think we might go Christmas Day. Me and Katie.
I might go with my little niece.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
She just saw her first movie yesterday.
Oh wow!
What was
Wait,
it?
what?
Yeah, in the theater.
Oh, got you. That makes sense.
So, okay, so,
They
I
never
was
turn
like,
on a
wait a
TV at
minute.
home.
so your niece is only 8 months old, right?
Yeah, no, she's because
How old Aurora was?
yeah,
So
how
it's
old
okay.
Aurora was. But that was her first movie. She went with her school.
Okay.
She's 4 years old.
What
Nice.
movie did you say what was?
Moana
Moana
2. Moana
Nice.
2.
Yep.
She didn't like it.
Really?
No.
I
Well,
like
it didn't
the
have
first
music
one.
by Lin-Manuel Miranda. in
Does
it,
she
so-
not like movies either?
I know.
Does she like Uncle Tony?
She's like, I think she liked Uncle Tony.
They kind of lost me at the end. They made some decisions that were kind of
She,
questionable.
she was like, this is bullshit.
I hope you got to get her on Letterboxd now.
Yeah, I should. Yeah.
Moana 2, 1.5.
Was that the age of the person watching it?
No,
or
no.
the review score?
Actually, she's probably gonna be like 3.5. I hated this movie.
Perfect movie. It was terrible.
That was actually one of the reviews I was on IMDb for the movie today. It was something like, worst movie ever, garbage fire, 10 out of 10. Like, that's what the review.
Yeah.
That was something like the title of the review was. I was like, yep, that's about right.
That
Because
sounds
she didn't like
accurate.
Moana, like the original. Because
Oh, really?
we got her.
That's a hard sell.
No, we got her short with all the princesses, and she's like, I don't like that one.
Oh.
Oh,
Dang.
all right.
Yeah. Not even The Rock saves it for her?
No,
Did you see they're doing Moana live action?
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not
With The
surprised.
Rock?
That's weird.
He's
dude.
going to have to do it.
weird.
His body cannot
No.
take the...
He's got to slow down on the steroids.
Yeah, he
sometime.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He keeps getting bigger, it looks like.
I mean, if I remember and I got time, I might record a little podcast with my little niece about Moana too, because
That'd be cute.
I got the equipment there. Like,
Yeah.
so let's yeah. What did you think?
do little bite-sized
Yes.
recordings.
And her dad listens to the podcast anyway.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Like, her grandpa and dad would be mad that she's on and not her, not them.
Did you see Dave Bautista since he stopped taking the steroids?
Yeah, he's skinny and
He's-
he's old.
he's
as
looking
fuck.
good. I think he's looking
Yeah, he
great.
looked
Well, a lot
good.
healthier,
Lot,
I would
Yeah.
lot different. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's one of those that's like kind of aging gracefully, and I
Yeah,
love it.
and he's a good actor.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
he's
love
actually
his-
come a long way. It's nice to see.
Yeah. I like his sense of humor. He cracks me up. Nice.
I'm just saying, it's going to be crazy when The Rock has to do that shit.
Yeah, it's
I
going to
know.
be weird because
No.
it's weird seeing old footage of The Rock, like back early.
When he's not huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
when he started
holy
wrestling.
shit.
And now he's like clearly on steroids.
And it's so hard to go back. The further you go towards our
Oh, yeah.
bodybuilding,
Yeah.
going back is harder because it's hard to be a more normal size, but have your skin match that musculature.
Well, yeah, because that muscle's either going to turn to fat or just like be droopy skin. Yeah.
Yeah, and like he's 50, so like, come, dude.
Come on. Even Arnold had to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The worst I always hated was Big Papa Pump.
Oh yeah,
'Cause,
Scott
he-
Stanel.
Yeah, he when his biceps, he had biceps on his bicep. Like you could see, like there's like an egg shape at the top of his biceps. Like, dude, that looks disgusting.
I know. How can you move?
I could not. I hated him watching wrestling so much. I hated him.
Hollow, if you hear me.
Is that one of his things?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Did you watch anything?
I watched one thing. It was okay. It's this movie called. I saw it on TikTok. This guy, I came across this guy who does movie reviews, and he's like, "Oh, this one's so disturbing and everything," and it was messed up and everything. But it's called Landmine Goes Click.
That sounds good.
And
That's a cool title.
it is. It sounds like a great title, and that's what got me hooked. And then the premise of this movie is so far fetched that you kind of just lose interest. It's
Really?
like it starts off like the idea is a guy he steps on a landmine and he can't move. He's like trapped on the landmine, and then he's got a friend with him, and they're trying to get him off the landmine, and then it turns into kind of like one of those like not really revenge movies, like where not torture porn, but the idea of
You're
like
throwing a lot of different genres
I know,
out.
and that's what this
It's
movie
like a
is.
Christmas movie.
No,
but
It's like a Christmas movie, but also like a Saw movie.
Did it involve ninjas and
It did
hooker,
not.
loyal?
Sadly, no ninjas. But anyway, so like the person with them gets tormented by some locals, kind of thing,
Yeah.
and then, but the whole premise is like the guy. So there's 3 people go on a date or on a retreat, a camping trip. 2 of them are dating. It turns out the girl cheated on her boyfriend with a third dude.
Of course.
And then
Slut.
As you do.
the boyfriend found out about it but didn't let on to it, and he set this whole thing up where he would step on a landmine and be trapped there and he can't move. And it's like, what the fuck is this? What turn did we just take? And then it just kind of unravels from there, and then it turns into a revenge movie.
And you're
It's
saying
so
it's not
weird.
that good?
It's not.
It sounded amazing. It sounded like
does.
the coffee table
really
movie.
does.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just thinking. Like, maybe just when you describe things to me, it makes it so much better.
No, yeah, it could be.
That sounds
Maybe.
great.
Yeah, so pick a movie you hate and let him describe it to you over the microphone.
Actually,
and
that's-
maybe-
Like the
That's-
coffee
that's
thing.
the
We have
thing.
a whole episode where
Yeah.
them two just
Try to convince you not to watch this
not
movie.
to watch a movie, and it sounds so good.
Yeah, we made it sound so good.
Wow, all right.
But I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't terrible. I don't want to say that it's a horrible movie. It's just very. It's such a
say
big
3
leap.
stars?
Yeah.
Have you heard of the coffee table, Dane?
What'd you say?
Have you heard of the coffee table
Is
movie?
it a movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Good times are in your future.
Oh, well, something to look
You should
forward
watch it with Megan.
to. Okay. Well, I have to put that on the
I am not
calendar.
held responsible for the outcome of watching that movie.
I think I saw on her Facebook it was recommended to us, right?
Yeah.
To watch next year.
Was
Oh.
it?
No, that was something else.
I've been off Facebook for like I have no idea what would even do in topic wise.
Yeah. But that's all I watched was just Landmine Goes Click.
Nice. Dane, you seen anything recently that you really impressed you?
Well, I guess not maybe necessarily that impressed me. We tend to watch a lot of old movies that we probably should have seen when we get in the mood for certain genres. Like we were looking for good like romantic dramas and thrillers. There's 3, and I you might know the names better. Match Point. The Woody Allen
Okay,
movie.
yeah.
We've never actually seen it, so we
About
watched
the
that
tennis?
one. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that.
My only problem with that movie is what's the main guy's name? Reese Davis or Davies or whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
And then
he-
Scarlet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Joe Hansen.
I don't believe that, like, because in the beginning he's trying to portray, like, just like literally a person who came from a poor background, like tried to do his best, just wants a life where he can take care of himself. He's just like a very simple guy, but at every moment I'm like, he's gonna cheat on his girlfriend. Like the way that actor portrays himself, I'm like, it's just gonna happen. So to me, that kind of ruins part of the movie because I feel like the whole point is you should not know if that's the direction it's going to go. But and then we watched, I think it was called like, it had Dame Judi Dench and I can't remember who all was in it, but it's a British movie. And it was something called like something about a scandal. It's where they play teachers, and the younger, she was in Lord of the Rings. She played the elf, Galadriel.
Orlando Bloom.
No, that would have been fun. But she has an affair with like
Kate
a 15-year-old student. Yeah, I think maybe that's who it is.
Oh my God, I know what movie you're talking
Yeah.
about, and it was so good.
It was really good, yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, James
remember that.
Judi Dench kind of manipulates the circumstances because she's in love with...
Yeah.
Notes of a scandal.
Yeah,
Notes
there
on a
we-
scandal.
Yeah, we watched that one.
Okay, I heard about that.
Yeah, and I liked it a lot. It was very kind of a slow burn, and also you just didn't know where it was going to end. That's also kind of
So,
the match
who-
point, too.
Who's boning the 15-year-old then?
Kate Blanchett.
Okay, not.
Not James. No.
Not Judi Dench.
No, Judi Dench is in love with Kate Blanchett.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting twist.
And also, Bill Nye plays Kate Blanchett's husband.
I feel like
So
next year you're gonna be like, and it's at Christmas time
Yeah.
with.
Actually, it is a Christmas. Well, not technically, but I mean it takes place over like a school year, so there is a Christmas portion. We watched that one, and then another one. Oh man, I think it was called like Breathe In, maybe. But it was about a British foreign exchange student that comes to stay with this family that lives in like upstate New York, and she's a musician, and the husband's trying out for the Metropolitan Symphony Orchestra.
Oh, that's neat.
And so it's all about like, they have like the guy's married and they have a daughter that's about the same age, and it's one of those romantic thrillers that there isn't really a whole lot of physicality or nudity and stuff. It's more like emotional and kind of the consequences of an affair and stuff like that. So
You've been watching some heavy shit, dude.
well, and that's why a lot of times we'll watch that and then we'll watch anime after the movie because like once
A
you've
little
had all
wind
this
down time. Yeah.
yeah.
Weird. It's got Guy Pearce in it. I haven't seen him in anything.
I
in
know.
so long.
Yeah, and I really like some of the stuff he's done. So I was like, he's in it. Like, I want to watch it. So, yeah. So we ended up watching it, and it was the music's pretty good too. That's what I liked about it. Also, I'm not a huge, and I don't know if this will be contentious or not, but I'm not a huge Woody Allen fan when it comes to movies.
Yeah.
So
I'm not either.
I was a little hesitant to watch Match Point because I'd watched a trailer and I'm like, I don't know what this movie is.
Yeah.
But I read about it, and it's also using music because the main guy loves opera. So it uses music kind of as his mental state in the background too, which if you don't know opera and you don't know Italian and you don't know what any of the arias and stuff are, you might just think it just sounds like random music. But there is a little bit of meaning to some of what's going on in the music score. So
sometimes I feel like Woody Allen had a banger every now and then, but for the most part, because like he would just pump them out every year like clockwork until he got canceled.
Yeah,
I think I saw
even
one.
after he got canceled, he still pumped it out.
Was it?
It took a while after getting canceled before he stopped.
But like there was this Owen Wilson one that I liked, some Midnight in Paris.
Oh yeah, about going back in time with the
he
Waddles.
goes back in time when he's like on walks at midnight. Owen Wilson does.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but I'd heard of it. I mean, all these movies, like Family Video even had VelociPastor at one point.
Yeah.
And I should have bought it. Hindsight's 2020 but
they probably didn't have a Blu-ray, did they?
No, just a DVD. Yeah.
Why would you?
I'm surprised this shit didn't come out on VHS.
I mean,
there's probably copies
retro enough that some people probably would have collected it that way.
All right, so let's dive into it, guys. This week we watched VelociPastor.
The VelociPastor, which I found the in the title strange because I like just VelociPastor. That's
simple.
what I always call it.
Yeah.
But because I've seen this cover for
I know
decades.
Has anybody ever seen this before this?
No,
First
time.
I've meant to watch it because
Me too. I've been meaning to watch it.
I think it was like the first time I went and did a podcast with Tad. We were talking about it, and I've meant to watch it for years.
Yeah, it's been on my list for a while.
For a while there, I even thought that I had seen it. You know what I mean?
Dreamed it.
Yeah. I mean, with a title like that, you kind of get the plot of the movie, and you know what to expect.
I honestly thought I saw it before watching it too.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, guess I have not seen this.
So it's just been kind of there. I feel like. Yeah. And it took this long for us to watch it.
Yep.
It's got some great taglines. I don't know if you looked at the taglines on IMDb.
I've seen
It's got like 5 of them.
Do you remember what some of them are?
Let me see.
How
long has it been since your last confession?
Yeah.
There's Welcome to the Cristatious period, I think was one of them. Man of the Cloth, I think was one of them. Like cloth, CLAW.
I see a Man of the Claw.
Yeah, Man of the Cloth. I'm trying to remember because I looked them up and I was like, these are all really good.
I used to look up
Somebody
before.
had a lot of fun.
Evolution, maybe. That was another one.
Yep.
This movie is written and directed by a guy named Brendan Steer.
Yeah.
And I think it's his first actual movie.
Because it's written, directed, and edited by him, right?
Yeah.
I thought I saw that.
And apparently he also did a fake trailer for it years before.
And that's what... Yeah, well, the movie was made
back when he
from.
was in like film school or something like that.
Well, because one of the trivia was, and maybe that's a part of this, and I don't want to go into it if you'd like to talk about trivia at a different time, but the costume came from like the high school. They were going to use it, but the principal or whatever thought that it would be too violent for the play it was made for, so it had just been in the basement, and then they were used it for this.
I mean, they make us wait to see the entire costume to the end.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got to.
And it does not disappoint.
It's like the first Alien. You don't. To me, that's what, and I don't want to get on a soapbox
Yeah.
here, but to me, one of the biggest problems with the Alien franchise is the first one is so good because of how little you see of it.
Suspense.
But then every other one turns into like an action movie, and it's like, I don't want that. Like, I want claustrophobic space horror. There's been a few that have gone back towards that direction.
That's true, but like also when they took it in the action direction in the second one, I like that. But like I'll agree. They've made too many in that vein. But like at the time of the second Aliens, like
I feel like they keep on making it to explain the first one and not expanding on it.
okay. I don't know. I think James Cameron tried.
I mean, the second one,
yeah.
I mean, after
And then
the
they were like, nah.
no, after the second one, everyone has been trying to like.
Yeah.
Well, plus I feel like there comes a point where in that genre of like if you keep the creature hidden, and then obviously at the end of the movie you expose it and you can see it and all of its glory, the suspense is kind of ruined because you want to see the full thing. And so it's kind of hard to you already know what the full thing is. So it's kind of hard to keep that suspense. So I kind of get the idea of well, they already know what it's going to look like. So why keep it?
I think they should have gone the Starship Troopers route where, if you've got a queen and you've got workers, why aren't there specialized different versions?
See, that's one of the things I like about the Predator is it seems like in the newer Predators, there's different Predators that you're getting a glimpse at. I love that they are kind of specialized to their time or their job, whereas with the aliens, they're all basically.
What I always thought of, because especially the first Mimic, I like the first Mimic movie. It's one of those genres that gets. It's one of those movies that gets worse.
Me neither. I didn't know there were sequels.
The first one is such an interesting idea, and I just thought, what if with, and I know they tried to do how did Alien even start? They tried to do that, but if there would have been even out of, let's say they made a caste system for the alien species, if one of them would have been more like the Mimics, where they can almost look more human at first to make people drop their guard. But then it's just like a carapace or something that opens up like Mimic was. Yeah. I thought that would have been a cool idea. Of course, they've never gone in that direction, but I thought, all right, you've shown one of them, but they're not all the same. Yeah. So then you can still build suspense in different ways because they're assuming they're fighting the same thing again, and then they're very wrong. And then that's why they die again. It's because, but of course, once again, that can only go so far because, then everyone who watches the movie is like, oh, what's it going to be able to do? It's like the Tremors. It's like, oh, this one can fly. This one can do that. It gets a little bit silly after a while.
They do, but they're so much fun.
They're a lot of fun.
I own all of them.
Actually, I enjoy them. They go good.
And if you want to lean more into the campy side, then you can. It doesn't matter anymore. But if you're going for
which is what they do.
Yeah, serious.
Yeah.
If you're trying to do serious.
So did you watch Romulus?
I have not.
The new
no.
one. Mm-mm. Okay.
That's one of those things that I've got a list, a mile wide of movies. And I'm going to watch that one, and then I don't watch it. So
yeah, happens. All right, VelociPastor.
Yeah, the movie we actually came here to talk about.
The movie, The VelociPastor. This budget on this, guys, was only $36,000.
I thought you were going to say $36 million. Will that money?
$36 million.
I still don't see where they. Yeah, I still don't see where they spent all the money for this.
For the 36.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
I saw that it was filmed on 16 millimeter.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Okay.
So that probably took
that
the processing of it.
Right.
And they baked it a little bit.
And then they baked it.
Yeah.
And then they talked about him scratching the film on his bathroom, because that was the only place that was dark enough.
Also, just imagine spending all those thousands and thousands of dollars on this dead technology to film your movie, and then throwing it into the oven.
Let's run the risk of destroying the whole thing and just throw it in the oven. See what that does.
Yeah.
Did you know what people do when they put stuff in the oven? They're like, "Oh man, I got to change the laundry over," and I'm gonna go.
Forget about it.
I'm gonna forget about it.
Yeah. How many times he kept coming back to check, make sure. Okay, still solid.
Edges aren't burning. Yet.
Okay, I'm thinking to add a little barbecue
What's this
sauce
alarm
to
on
it?
my phone? Take film out of oven.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's not flammable, is it?
Your kids put Christmas cookies in there with it.
That's why you don't preheat film.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering why there wasn't an option on my stove for preheat film.
There's a button for it on the air fryer.
Oh yeah.
On the Wikipedia, I got to read this first sentence for the plot.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it starts out with the preacher watching his parents get
kind of
killed.
When we get to kill
We don't
count,
get to
when we get to kill count, we're gonna have a serious conversation. I'm not gonna lie.
I love it because what they do in the movie is it instead of having a car exploding or on fire, it just says VFX shot.
Insert VFX shot here. Yeah.
Of car on fire.
I like the one later on though, where it doesn't show the guy in the background, but later on in the revisit of the
shot.
footage, the guy's back there cowering like
Frankie Mermaid laughing. Yeah, that's
Frankie Mermaid. But no, the first sentence on here is Roman Catholic priest Doug Jones witnesses his parents die in a VFX car fire.
awesome.
I mean, they're not wrong.
This could be Batman.
I love that whoever wrote this Wikipedia page
Props.
Yep, props.
Yeah.
Good one, guy.
You actually watched the movie.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good job.
Understood. So yeah, they die in a horrible fire, and then he goes on a spiritual journey to go find
All the way to
himself.
So
All the way to China.
All the way to China.
So I have a question on this one.
Yes,
so he said-
it is the most racist movie you've ever seen in your life.
I don't know about the most racist.
no,
but it
because-
is
But it's up there.
No,
it is.
because he said go where God is not, and then they instantly go to China. Were they trying to say something there?
I loved not the logic of going to China, but I loved the priest's logic of, hey, if you're having a conflict of crisis, go where you don't think God will be, and if you still find him there, then you know he's with you.
Apparently,
I
China
love
is the
that
most
logic
godless.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a little bad.
I don't know if they were trying to make us a point, but he's trying to be randomly funny.
Or just as far away from where he lives as, like, you know, when
right.
you know, digging a hole to China, what kids used to think they could do, like, it's just the furthest away from where you are
Right.
now. Though I didn't like what Father Stewart says. He's like, that's what parents do. They die on you. Like,
Yes.
fair
This movie
point.
had so many fun
You're
lines.
right. You're right.
True, they do that.
Also, he had a lot of good because later on, I don't know who this is.
Probably me.
Later on, he going back to the racist thing. The older father, he actually he says something like, "Did you hear that from a Chinese?" Dude.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess casual racism is more of a mark of older generations.
I mean,
guess that's,
He was in Vietnam, so he has that stigma going along with him.
No, I looked at the time when all we were talking about happened in the first 4.5 minutes
Oh yeah.
of the film.
Yep.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
happens really fast.
if I were them, I would have spent less money on the film type, and maybe that's blasphemous to people that love film type, but I would have just bought better priest outfits for the two of them to wear, because they literally look at like Halloween costumes, and I'm like, the whole time I'm like,
The thinnest fabric.
if they can get into the Methodist church there, that church would have had to have vestments that were at least a nicer quality. I know they were trying to sell the whole Catholic angle, but my goodness.
I mean,
it just looked
is
so
there a
bad.
thing in the trivia on how they got into the church with this?
No, I didn't have anything on that.
Okay, that makes no sense. Like, yeah, let's just film without knowing what you're gonna film.
Maybe it was a rundown church.
I mean,
Okay.
it didn't look
Abandoned,
like
yeah.
it, but
Yeah, abandoned
I
or
mean,
something they fixed
it's
up.
like anything. If you're friends with someone that goes to church there, and I mean, they just probably asked and said, "Hey, we're wanting to do a movie.
Yeah.
You know, would it be okay if we took
It's
a
called
day?" And
VelociPastor,
Yeah.
and the preacher probably had a sense of humor.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Said,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe it's based on that preacher's life. He's like, "Well, actually,
let me tell you a story.
I am the VelociPastor."
This was a completely different movie until they met, where they decided they were going to film.
They were actually going to film like a really serious documentary.
Yeah. And that pastor was like, "No, let me tell you a story."
They're like, "How much have you had to drink? It's 10 in the morning."
Oh yeah, and then
Them drinking out of the Sacramento wine.
oh my
was
god,
also
and then
hilarious.
and then they were like, "Want some more wine?"
Yeah, he's like, you should drink more. Like, you know what solves all your problems?
So he goes on a spiritual journey. The guy does, and when he gets to China, and he declares that
It is China.
it is China and it is
East.
east.
I mean,
It's
there's-
confirmed several times.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
like a big font.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
text,
doubted it,
China.
just in case you're not sure we're in China, the actor will confirm it for you.
Yep.
And then the Asian lady running through the woods shortly thereafter in the most Asian costume you could possibly
she's in
imagine.
China.
Oh,
She
she had
has to
that.
look
She,
like
she
that.
had a bean hat.
Yeah.
It's like playing like Age of Empires. Like,
Also,
what are you
I
gonna-
thought. I mean, I don't speak the language or anything, and I have the subtitles and stuff. But like, she was pretty good.
I mean,
Like,
were they
she-
actually
she
talking?
seemed like she was doing good at acting.
Were
Yeah.
they actually talking Chinese? You think?
Yeah,
don't know.
at least it sounded the part. It sounded better than the Italian they throw in later. Was that even real, or the Latin, whatever? They're in that little seance thing. That sounded fake as
Yeah,
hell.
I don't know
They
what
should have
language that
just
was,
been like
but yeah.
spaghetti Alfredo.
Now that would have sounded even worse. Yeah. At least there was like they tried to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
something.
yeah.
That was,
And then she died randomly with an arrow.
yeah,
because she
Yes.
had the relic, man.
Yeah,
It's the relic, Tony.
she's getting chased by a ninja.
As you do if you're in
a
China.
ninja with a bow.
yep.
And right when he gets to China and declares it, then she falls down dead right in front of him.
And then she said stuff in Chinese, and then she said "Dragon Warrior."
Yeah, she hands him this like a velociraptor.
It looks like a
claw thing.
megalodon tooth.
Or like, like a tooth
But
or
it's,
something.
it's way big.
Way big.
Way big. It looked like it's from Children in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like it would cut you at all, but somehow it cuts his hand.
Can I ask just really quick? I don't know if any of you found this information, but was the music in the movie, was any of it composed for the movie?
I was wondering the same thing. I loved the soundtrack.
In the very beginning song, when he's driving aimlessly, I guess to China. I don't know.
And it's actually talking like the lyrics, right?
Yeah.
But at the very end, the guitar sounds like it's playing the riff to Jurassic Park, the John Williams melody.
Oh.
So that's why I wondered if it
Interesting.
had been composed for the movie. But I didn't see anything online anywhere, and I thought, well, I would ask, and maybe you guys had seen that somewhere.
Okay, I'm just thinking out loud here. It
Spitballing?
makes no sense why it said dragon war and he turned into a dinosaur.
Yeah, no. It
Well,
doesn't.
I mean, if the supposition is that dragons didn't exist and they were really dinosaurs, and that's where the mythology came from.
There you go.
I don't think I was.
And that's why we have Dane on.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. I was really hoping he was going to drive to China.
Well, I mean, that's
Somehow.
all you see. You see him just driving for the whole intro.
I was
so-
like, because this intro is totally leading up to it, and I was hoping that was going to be the payoff of it.
man.
and
That'd
this
been
might
great.
be a pet peeve of mine, but to me, when there's music in a driving sequence and they're like drumming to a different beat than the song we're hearing, it always seems a little bit. It takes me out of it. Like, is this the music only for us? They're not listening to it. He's listening to something completely different.
Yeah.
Why? Like, I don't get it.
Let's hear the song he's listening
Now
to.
he's got
Yeah.
a beautiful Chevelle, and I don't know why he has it. It's never explained, but it's a beautiful car.
Yeah,
but
agreed.
Somebody owned it that they knew.
I would imagine so.
Yeah. I think this movie was just made on favors, right?
Yeah.
Basically, yeah. I can see
Everything
it.
was owned by Frankie Mermaid.
Yeah. Also, Frankie Mermaid.
I hated
guys.
him.
Okay.
I hated him.
Frank-
I hated that he died so early.
Nope,
Yeah,
I hated
actually, I
him.
was like,
No,
oh, he's already dead?
No, I loved his death scene.
No, he
when he
annoyed
was
me.
like,
Yeah,
just like
he's like blowing the smoke.
confessing,
confessional.
confessing, like I killed this guy.
Because he took candy from the baby.
And
then
then
he
I threw
throws
the
the baby
baby-
in the river so
Let's
he
just
can't
can't
take it.
have witnesses.
No, and then I blew up this car with this, and then with this couple, and then this guy came out yelling, "Mom, Dad."
So, do they ever explain? Because they keep saying that, like, the person who's in charge, like you don't want to like get involved. But are they saying that the ninja master is in charge? Why did his parents get killed in a car fire purposefully?
Yeah, it never explains it, right?
No.
Well,
Other than Frankie Mermaid just wanted.
well, but I mean, even Frankie Mermaid makes it sound like he's taking orders from other
Yeah.
people as
Yeah,
well.
he was.
So, are we supposed to basically assume that since his mystery brother is a ninja, that it was him that made
Cutting
his
off
parents
old ties.
die
Yeah.
Yeah.
in the
Yes.
car? And so, like, that's kind of what I wonder, but it's never explained. I just,
And that was his brother at the beginning that killed that woman, right, with the bow.
I don't think so.
No, I don't know.
That person looked Asian. That person actually did.
But it could have been.
I mean, yeah. It could-
I also
Yeah.
I love that though that like at the very like throughout the beginning of the movie when they're Asian, they're actually Asian, and then progressively like they have someone talking Australian
People start
Yeah.
getting
accent,
less.
and then they have like they just start throwing out random like ethnicities.
But it
to
makes
put in
sense
this
if you're like
gang.
recruiting. It's like that was a problem that I always thought with like the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
you need like ninjas. Like you only have these people in New York. You're gonna have to just get whoever will agree to do it. So they just got whoever would agree to do it.
Right.
When I was watching, because I was telling you guys before we started that I watched this thing on YouTube, and it was like half hour long of the two main people talking, the two main actors. A little interview, and they were saying in there that basically that the director was like telling them how to like basically act as an actor that's playing the character. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
Okay.
he was telling he kept telling the main girl that
Carol.
like you're an actual like actress that is way better than anybody else in the movie, like behind the scenes.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean?
So it's like what Robert Downey Jr. says in like Tropic Thunder. He's like,
He's a dude playing a dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're playing an actress that is acting in this movie.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Basically, like this is how I want you to act. And then with the guy, he was saying that like it was like a whole like backstory for the actor that's playing the character, and it was like that he has like he's had a couple chances to like be like the next big thing, but he can't quite get there because his acting's not good, but it like that kind of thing. I don't know. Like real meta. I
For
guess,
your
would be a word.
the way you're describing this, I would expect like this kind of conversation to happen on the set of like a Scorsese movie, and it's happening on VelociPastor.
It's happening on VelociPastor.
What is going on?
I don't know if anybody else got this feeling watching the movie. It might have just been me, but the entire time I kept thinking, if this was the 80s and had a bigger budget, Jean-Claude Van Damme would have played
great in
sure.
this.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And Steven Seagal maybe at the bad guy, the
bad
pimp,
guy.
Nice.
Yeah.
at Slinky Mermaid.
Yeah, yeah.
I could see Steven Seagal playing that.
Oh, for real. Absolutely.
Can you imagine having Frankie Mermaid on like your acting like list? Like, geez,
Jeez.
what a kudo.
They need to make like a spin-off prequel, I think.
Yes.
Oh, agreed. Yeah, yeah. I'll
Frankie
take it.
Mermaid saves the world.
Although they're making the sequel, maybe they'll make a ghost version of him. In it.
See,
he needs to be in it though.
If they do make a
What
sequel,
is that fucking noise?
I don't know. It's driving me nuts.
Everybody can hear this, right? I'm not crazy.
No, you can.
Okay.
I think it's Abe's.
Is it apes?
I mean, all mine does is crackle. I don't.
Well,
There we go. He's gone for a while.
He's gone for a minute.
that's
Let's
Frankie
make it
Mermaid
count.
right there.
We'll switch up cables in the next one.
Cool.
I don't think if they do make a sequel, I think they should spend less of their budget on the film effect because I noticed it, but at the same time, it didn't add anything to the movie because it was obviously it either wasn't enough or it was I don't know.
Well, I saw that they raised it was like 120 almost thousand.
Oh, nice.
So
When
a
was
lot
this
more than the
made?
first one.
I didn't look.
I think it came out in like 2017,
Yeah.
2018,
Okay.
Yeah.
something like
It's
that.
for COVID.
Before, pre-COVID. This
can tell-
movie caused COVID.
Yeah, actually, I could see that.
Yeah.
It's one of the characters when they went over to China for the China pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what that relic had.
Yeah.
COVID.
It was COVID. I think that's where we're at, right? He
Yeah,
has
he
the
cuts-
relic.
Yeah.
Cuts his hand. And
Yeah,
then,
we'll throw in there like 10 minutes.
yeah, this is not even that, dude. We're 6 minutes in
Yeah,
now.
I know.
So yeah, he gets cut and then wakes up
Back home.
back home. Never shows why or how he gets away from the ninja.
Well, then I got really confused because he said that dream again. So I'm like, wait, did all that just happen?
Yeah.
Do I need to cross that death off? What's going on?
So that was just a dream. He doesn't have it, but no, it's a real thing.
No,
and
yeah,
he's got
yeah.
the fucking
Yeah, I think what happened was he went back to America.
This is a PTS dream.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like he's been having these fever dreams.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's been some unexplained amount of time since it's happened.
But still, Dane, how did he get away from that
How-
ninja
tell
in
us,
the
Dane.
woods?
maybe the ninja spared him. I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe he didn't think that he still had the relic because he fell down the hill or whatever.
Oh, maybe he like his brother told his brother said to all the ninjas, "He's mine. Don't kill him."
I bet this will be explained in the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Revenge of Frankie Mermaid.
Yep. So he comes back, and now he's back at his church with the old guy preacher.
I loved him, by the way. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I like.
Oh yeah,
him.
and then like went back when he was in the Vietnam flashback.
Yeah, that makes no sense. In
That
in
was
in the
great.
plot. But the thing that triggers the flashback, that's what I love about it, has nothing to do with anything in the flashback.
No, other than the fact that I was
Right?
wondering because it was during the seance period, right? And then
Yeah, they go to meet that Ouster guy.
other than the fact that he looks similar to the because I thought they were the same
I
character
did.
for a second.
I was like, how
Yeah.
is this age difference
Yeah.
working?
You
Is it
think
magic?
so?
Like,
Like, why was
and then he
his-
gets shot in the face.
yeah, like
because he even says Ali, which
Yeah.
Alistair, if you write it
Alistair,
out,
yeah.
you think
Yeah.
that it's
and
Yeah.
why was his girlfriend in Vietnam going to hug him?
And his
That makes no sense.
Well, I love though that the explanation for that because the guys, the two like guard guys,
yeah,
who
they're
wanted
like,
to
what
make
was
a
you doing
family.
here?
what
Like,
was, yeah, probably trying to make a family.
like, I don't think we
Just
can
to
do anything for her.
solidify.
She's too far gone, and like she's literally just like
and then,
intestines.
did she get step on a landmine?
It's
Yeah,
like
I think a landmine.
Yeah.
That's what. Okay,
It was
that
right
was a
in front
nice.
of him.
I like that explosion thing.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, exploded.
See,
all
that's
over
why
him.
you
nothing
don't
we
ever
can do for her.
don't show anybody the picture of your girlfriend when you're deployed somewhere. 'Cause
Exactly.
That's a death sentence right there.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
It wasn't
In
for
war
him,
movies.
but it was for his girlfriend, supposedly.
Yep.
I felt bad because
It
I
was
felt
his girlfriend and his best friend.
yeah, I felt judgmental because they were talking about how much of a babe she was, and I was like,
No, she
I
wasn't
don't
really.
know.
Oh
That
no.
might
I
be
was-
kind of judgmental.
I think was that part of the joke that Pitchell did not match what she looked like.
I think it was the same
Probably.
character.
Do you think so?
I think so.
I don't
yeah.
think they
Well,
looked alike.
I thought the picture looked like a headshot. Right?
Oh yeah,
It did kind of look it was very staged kind
Like
of
it was
appearance.
like a headshot that the actress gave
Yeah.
when she was there to.
but I don't think they looked alike. I think that might
No.
have been a joke.
Yeah. So they used a headshot of some other actress.
Yes, I think that might.
If,
I think
if that's what they were going for, they should have chose a much different pic, like a completely obviously
Not
different.
somebody that just looks a little different.
Yeah.
Go all out.
Maybe that's the actress that they wanted and they couldn't hire, so they were like, let's just throw a picture. We couldn't afford her, so let's throw her picture in there. And
Or we've made movies before, and
no, nobody's gonna know.
Well, sometimes like last minute something comes up for somebody, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
you have to
recast.
recast. Maybe that happened too.
That could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still wanted her in the movie, as a shout out, but
Well, but maybe they already filmed the scene. Though.
that
you know
could
what I mean?
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that would look like a very expensive shot for that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
All the blood.
All the chocolate syrup.
Where are we in the movie?
So
he
he's
just,
all-
he woke up
all
from his
over the-
dream.
yeah, he just
Yeah.
got back.
We
to-
haven't even got to him
Yeah.
meeting the hooker.
He meets a hooker, and he turns into.
he gets hungry.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
hungry.
He gets hungry.
Yep.
I
And then
I loved some of the transformation shots that were like mimicking the old Hulk TV series.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That was
Yeah.
great, especially in the confessional. I thought was really well done.
Yeah, that one was good.
No, and then I actually like this little touch. They had the hooker
Yeah.
give money to the homeless guy to make you feel like, okay, she's a good person.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. While the preacher just walks by,
Yeah.
Bumps
and is
into
like-
her and just runs off.
Well, yeah, and he even like yells at the homeless guy.
Yeah.
Like, I gave everything up for Jesus.
What do you want from me?
What do you want from
Yeah,
me?
He took a vow of poverty. Yeah. No, and maybe this is just brushed over, but like to me,
Yeah.
if and maybe I'm just forgetting that. But if I'm hungry, I would try to eat something first. But it's just like he's like,
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna run through the woods like and transform. Like I don't know. Like I probably would have tried to eat something and been like, oh, I'm hungry, but
That's
not
true.
for that.
Because usually in like a werewolf or something movie, you'll see them like try to eat
Satiate
something.
it, yeah.
It doesn't taste good
Yep.
anymore. Regular food doesn't. So then they try to like eat raw
Or
hamburger
even
out of the
vampire
fridge.
movies, they do that bit too.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah.
they're
And
first
maybe they thought it was
And
transformed.
they just cut all that shit out.
Maybe
Yep.
they thought it's overdone. Like more
Yeah,
time
exactly.
on ninja fighting,
Exactly.
less time
Yep.
on eating.
You know what?
It's like-
But like, you know what? If we have to explain this to our audience, they're dumb. We're gonna respect the small audience.
They're in the wrong movie.
Yeah.
I think that's what's good about the VFX joke at the beginning too. Like with that, you know exactly what you're in for.
Yeah.
With
oh,
that
yeah.
joke.
That,
And then-
that sets the
That's
whole
make or
that,
break.
and then right off the bat with the whole this movie was rated X by a judge of Christian viewers.
Yeah.
I love that. Just sets everything up perfectly too. I love
Yeah.
that.
They let you know exactly
yeah.
what you're in for.
Yeah.
Back to the movie. So they also we got to say Frankie Mermaid. He is the pimp of the girl. I forget the girl's name.
Carol.
Carol. That's
And then
right.
he
Such a
hiss-
random name.
Yeah, and then he hissed right after bat.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Just
to
asking a
establish.
single question.
Yeah. Just so
Yeah.
you know,
His
this
pimp
is the
hand
bad
strong.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right after she gives the $1 to the homeless
Yeah, and then
guy.
he should. I think she said, "Ask a question like, where am I gonna be at tonight?"
Yeah. Am I going to the park tonight?
And then he
Staff
hissle.
hand. Yeah.
There's when he's yelling off camera. In reading about this online, I guess like school had just gotten out, and he was basically yelling. At a bunch of
my
kids.
All these kids across the street.
Yeah, basically.
They're gonna learn.
So yeah, he goes in and he kills the Frankie Mermaid guy, like we touched on earlier. But this is where it happens. Kills him.
He kills Mugger first
No, he killed the muggle.
Oh, does he?
in the park. When she's at the park, and then and then they have the whole
Because
conversation.
then he's late to confession.
Yeah.
which-
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he kills him the next.
but then
morning.
he
That's
fight.
right.
He had sex with her. And
That's
like,
what he thinks.
Yeah, I love that
That's
that
actually-
interaction.
That is a really good scene.
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah. They worked up the awkwardness very well. The movie's really well shot. I
It
thought.
is.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
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 Yeah,
I love that
for what it's going for. I think it hits it.
They also didn't completely they did commit to the campy, obviously, because of like the insert VFX, but they also gave it some heart, and like you actually care about some of the characters. And I mean, it's not just a straight up like, it didn't feel like a trauma movie, because trauma usually commits to that whole campy thing way too hard for me. Yeah, and then this one had that nice balance between the two.
I did feel bad for Carol a few times. The lighting in some of like the really bright rooms kind of made her makeup look like she had like a mask on the top part of her face.
Okay, I didn't.
And I was
notice.
like, that's kind of unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. If they noticed, we lost them.
He kills the one dude in the park, and then wakes up, has the awkward interaction.
This is one of my favorite parts because, it's later. Never mind. After he kills them.
I like where he wears her dress out to go find where the body is in the park because he doesn't believe her right away.
She tries to tell him, like, hey, you killed this person. Let's go take a look. And then he's like,
again?
Why did you keep this body?
I know. She's like, I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
I'm just surprised that like she gave him that. Like, she's never going to fit in that dress. Is never going to fit again. The way she stretched it all out.
So when he transforms, would his clothes, they would just rip off then, like the Hulk, right?
It's the old classic, same thing with the werewolves. I always wondered the same. They should all be naked when they transform back, but they usually never are.
Except for this.
Mm-hmm.
There is one later on where he's not, but I thought maybe not. I don't remember.
At the end of the movie. Because he turns into the dinosaur.
Yeah, because he gets that arrow he
gets hit by the arrow and he's fully dressed.
Yep.
Jeans and everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then I like the one thing that why I thought they meet. Like, do you have any clothes? And all she has is a dress.
Dress. Yep. She goes to show him the body. He still doesn't believe it, and then he goes and kills her.
He doesn't know that's who it is.
Doesn't
at
know.
the time.
But ends up killing her.
And then she like, you killed Frankie.
That's where it gets to my favorite part, because that's where he's like,
gives him a big hug.
He's basically on board with the whole idea, and then he's like, I don't know much about dinosaurs. Like, she says, I don't know much about this. He's like, I don't know much about dinosaurs, and then they have that long awkward stop, and then they high five.
Yeah. You thought they were gonna kiss.
But then I love the montage with like him like learning, like he's got dinosaur books and like.
And then he's sitting there reading like the dinosaur books.
Oh yeah, and then the other guy comes in. I love that.
Comes in,
and then he picks a much smaller Bible.
And he's trying to hide the fact he's reading about dinosaurs.
Oh, and then that's where it goes into the seance part. Because the pastor's like, you're gone too far. I need to save you. And so he takes him to the seance. That was very random and loved that.
I think one of the really kind of visceral moments that you can tell his character's changing is when the Father Stewart or whatever talks about how God doesn't want us to kill people, and Doug's like, I think God wants a lot of people to die.
I mean, Jonah. No.
Noah.
Yeah.
But
well, to be fair, he did promise he was never going to do that again.
It's like, I went a little bit too far with that one.
My bad, guys.
Yeah.
Meow.
Yeah, that cat's really lonely, man.
Where in the movie are we?
Seance.
Get lost. So many things happen in this movie,
like we were
guys.
talking about, we're going to the seance because
they go to
they can't get an exorcism fast enough.
They go to the seance, which leads to the fucking Vietnam flashbacks.
Well, because he says that he hasn't been there for help since he came back from the war.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, because the pastor locks him in the room.
And then you think you're going to get an explanation in this flashback of that guy.
Nope.
Don't get
you just get more backstory on Stewart.
I think what it was supposed to describe is maybe he was helping him with trauma. Maybe some of what he was doing was helping in that way. Because to me, it explains.
It never says any of that.
Well, no, it doesn't. No. It just shows you what happened to him. And so my take was obviously it was horrible. So maybe he just needed some help. That maybe he could talk to this guy in a way he couldn't talk to the people in the church, or I don't know.
Yeah. That I loved from the flashback. I loved the horrible makeup that they put on, like the wig, basically, and then put like the brown mustache over.
He's played by an old guy.
Oh, it's the same character,
and they just throw a wig on him.
Like, it did not even make an attempt.
And then at the end of the traumatic event, it's like, maybe I'll go back to that Jesus stuff again. Or he said it in such a weird way. It wasn't, I'll go back to the priesthood. It was
because most people
an
would do the
awkward
opposite in
way.
that decision.
Yeah.
Like, oh, your girlfriend like is tragically killed in Vietnam. Like, I'm gonna I'm gonna be a priest now.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you feel like at that point that God has punished you? Like, why would you want to give your life?
Yep.
But I guess you're like, well, I guess maybe I could be, chaste for a while, and that won't be too much of a problem.
Yeah.
But when he's walking back,
Sometimes those events, though, for people lead them closer to a relationship.
It
with
can.
God,
Yeah,
because I used to think that about like my stepdad was a blind. The childhood diabetes, the bad one, losing legs and shit.
The bad one.
Well, yeah, not like the kind that I beat, but like the kind that you always have forever. You know what I mean?
The humble brag. Not the kind that I beat.
Not the one I beat easily.
But like losing legs and stuff like that, and like I don't know, like
You would think that would.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that kind of shit just like brought him closer
Right.
in his relationship to God and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
it
You're
can
right.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cars in that scene in the flashback are not all cars from the Vietnam era, so that was a little
No. Yeah.
Oh my
I thought they did fun on their sets, though. They had so much fun making
Yeah.
This whole movie is just it's
Like the
something
whole
we would
Vietnam.
have done
Yeah.
100%, and they're just having fun. I loved every second of it.
Yeah. Good.
I fast forwarded a little bit in my opinion, but
I think Abe's gonna give this a 1.
Ooh.
Full shadow.
So yeah, it gives it the seance doesn't work, basically.
which this is where I thought Father Stewart died.
No,
Well, yeah, he
it gets
totally-
his eye ripped
Yeah.
out.
He totally died, I thought.
I thought he was
I
done.
thought he died. I thought a lot of people
I
died
wrote it
in
down
this.
and then I crossed it off.
Yeah, he comes back
And
a
then I
second,
rewrote it.
and then you gotta rewrite it because he comes back for one scene.
Yeah.
With the main Chinese bad guy.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit, we still have something to close up with him real fast, and then we'll kill him again.
Yeah,
I'm
so they kill
surprised
him.
we skipped the whole part where they first introduced the Ninja Master
Oh.
and his brother and him kept laughing for a really
Yeah.
Keep
long
laughing.
Yeah.
This whole
awkwardly.
movie
and
is a lot of
and they're
awkward
laughing while
laughter.
the guys are twinning in the back with the kick effect.
the lamest kick exercise that they could do. Their heart was not in that.
Yeah, so seance doesn't work. Old guy gets his eye ripped out. Tyrannosaur, or not Tyrannosaurus, VelociPastor, he's on the run and he's like half.
He's
like
got
his arms are.
his gloves on.
Yeah,
his
he got the gloves.
And
Yeah,
actually, in that interview I was talking about, he has the gloves on during the whole interview.
that's awesome. Awesome.
That guy does. But yeah, he takes off.
That's where we get the three ninjas who are going to do the sneak attack, and they go over the plane. And he's like, "Crikey!" And this is the Australian guy going
yeah,
over.
Australian.
And then the other cut scene I love here is the whole backstory of one
the
of the
random
side
ninja
He's
guy.
not paying attention at all.
Yeah.
They just keep showing his long lost love and how he's doomed to die. And
Yeah.
It made I liked it.
yeah,
And then they die.
they die.
Yeah.
Well, kind of. We don't get it confirmed that they died because
I know, I don't know because when kill him by kicked their butts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if they died or not. But
Yeah.
Yeah, because all of a sudden she's a ninja too.
Yeah, I love
yeah.
Dip.
Yeah, she's a hooker, loyal
when they finally
doctor
hook
in college.
up and they're like
That awesome
asleep.
sex scene,
Yeah.
fake sex scene.
Yeah, this sex scene I thought was awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I loved all the
Right?
effects that they did.
Like,
I
and-
loved the song.
Behind it is the stained glass window from the church that keeps flashing behind all of those little squares of them doing
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because after
when
it
it's
finally,
going with the song.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was pretty cool.
There was a lot of interesting cuts in this with like the squirrels.
That's what's great about like those no budget movies.
They can afford to experiment and
is
just
wh-
go for it.
Is when they just experiment like that. Yeah. They did great on that sex scene.
That's like how they wake up and then like they fight ninjas. It's like,
Yeah.
where those ninjas come from?
Where did all those ninjas come from? Yeah. Oh,
Well-
and then they defeat the ninjas,
They do.
right?
Kinda
but
easy.
they figure out where to go next.
Yes, I loved that.
Did you write down the line?
I did.
I took a screenshot because he says he's just sitting on the
He's
bed.
sitting on the bed, and it's
a
like inner
voiceover.
monologue.
Yeah, his inner monologue, and he says, "Good thing." Just that he's not talking to the
No.
girl either.
No.
Just in his head, he goes, "Good thing that ninja told us where the hideout was before he died."
It's like in the big budget movies where they use ADR to fix a plot hole. That is clearly what they were going for there, and I loved it.
I just don't understand. Like, I get that he's in good shape, and she's obviously in decent shape too. But is the assumption that the ninjas just aren't any good? Is the assumption
They're
that
like
they're
the
just
Foot
main character
Clan?
energy so they can just fight ninjas?
Hey,
Because why do you even call yourself a ninja if you can't? Like, I don't get it. Like, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I can understand a velociraptor just tearing
anything, you
ninjas
guys-
apart.
If anything, you guys are ninjas in training.
Yeah.
You're not ninjas.
not yet, because he saw them to train, but they're not
I've
ready
seen
for
Ninja
actual combat.
Assassin.
So it's
If
kind of
Ninja
like
Assassin had been in this movie, it'd be over.
That VelociPastor would have been dead
Duh.
first scene.
so it's kind of like in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where like they're training, they want to be ninjas,
Yeah.
but
Wanna
like
be,
they're just.
yeah.
See, I picture like the henchmen from
Power Rangers.
no,
Yep.
the Venture Brothers of the Monarch.
Oh,
he has
yeah.
he has like just the bumbling, the biggest idiots possible being his henchmen, and yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah, maybe that makes sense. Yeah, it just seems like they beat them too easily.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, I get that he's in good shape, but like, I don't know, just
Well,
plot armor.
Plot armor. That's right.
Yeah. So they find out where to find head China guy, head Chinese.
Wei Chan, what was his name? Something-
Wei Chan. Yeah.
Wei Chan.
Yep.
They find out where to find him.
Then they have the plot dump of like his backstory, not backstory, but his whole evil plan.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
brother.
the
The thing
Yeah.
is, there actually is a plan. Like,
But-
it's not just.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
there's a lot to it.
I mean, and he's kind of justified his brother is for being forgotten.
Well,
Yeah.
after seeing the flashbacks, he's
I
very
love the
justified.
flashback.
I know.
I love the flash.
so much.
I love that. But
Where
yeah.
they clearly say, "You're my only son."
You're my
Like,
only son.
He's like in the kitchen drinking orange juice, like watching the laptop
And he looks so hurt.
He comes
that
up from
would
the
be.
back seat of the
see
car.
that,
and
yeah.
he's just like,
Because he's not even a child. He's like literally like
a
probably
full-
17 or 18
yeah,
years
an
old.
adult.
this happened yesterday.
Jeez.
My glasses broke
Yeah, they did.
again. Let me just slip that tape back on there.
Oh yeah, sexy.
Ugh. I got extra tape out in the car.
That's good. You might need it.
I'm gonna.
We're gonna need
I
some
got
extra tape.
Christmases to go to later.
Yeah.
So they go find the guy.
In the middle of the park.
And I like the sound effects. Like, I thought they did good with the audio. And with low budget movies and no budget movies, as long as you have the audio
Yeah.
on point. And I thought they had audio on point on
Yeah,
this. 'Cause,
that's
like
what's-
they go to the park and like there's like random park sounds and stuff like
Yeah.
that throughout the whole rest.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like, that's something that I picked up on was just like, yeah. You hear like birds chirping and stuff. Like
Yeah.
they put a lot of. It doesn't seem like they put that much thought into it, but I feel like this whole movie as a whole, like
See, I feel like
everything
they put the thought where the thought needed to be.
Yeah.
because it's not overthought by any means.
No.
But it's just, yeah, I know what you mean. It took care with it, but at the same time,
Yeah.
they let themselves have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
also-
you can tell they know what they're doing.
Yeah, agreed.
Talking about how like a lot of the shooting was really well done. Like there's only really one scene that I remember that there's like awkward background stuff behind what's going on.
Yeah.
They avoided that in all the other scenes, so I thought that was pretty good overall.
Yeah.
But it's at the end where they're fighting and you can just see like Carol awkwardly in the background kind of going like this, like
Yeah.
and nothing's happening.
Yeah.
You know, obviously we don't need to see
But
that.
that has to be on purpose, though, right?
Yeah,
Maybe it is.
I
I
think it
don't-
was. I think it was.
For one of these movies, like how much can you claim is, you know, on purpose,
On purpose,
and how
right.
much wasn't? But you're like, well, yeah, of course it was. Like,
Yeah.
I
Of course
wanted it to
that'd
be like
how
that.
it is,
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. And I guess that's probably a good thing about for the filmmakers. Like,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
you can get away with things because people probably just assume.
Right.
I guess I would have liked, because you know he's very clear about, if I'm gonna kill people, I want like my own commandments to follow.
Like
But
bad
like you
people.
never hear if they would have gone into that, I would have liked that more, because if you're leaning into the whole, you know, VelociPastor thing, that would have been nice to kind of build up that character mentality. But we just don't really get
Yeah.
any of that.
Yeah.
He just gets mad and kills random people, basically.
Yeah. hopefully the sequel.
Yeah, well,
Yep.
Yeah.
Flesh it out more.
explain quite a bit.
Also, he's not VelociPastor right away in this
No,
scene.
he kills his brother.
Yeah,
without
he
being
fights,
up his,
and he has one of my favorite lines when he does kill his brother.
I thought he had the arm though.
Which-
of the flaccid apple?
I don't remember. Because I know he used the sword.
He does after the,
Okay, after,
he gets.
Oh, when he fucking Luke
Yeah, I was gonna
Skywalker's
say,
the
yeah.
sword.
We're not
That's what I
going
was
to
gonna
talk
say.
about that.
He Luke Skywalker's the thing, and then that's one of my favorite lines.
Oh,
like
your
he-
ancestors are
Yeah,
my-
your ancestors are my ancestors.
But you know
He's
what?
not wrong.
And you know what?
He's not wrong,
And-
but it has nothing to
No.
do with any. Like,
Why does he have magic powers? Why does
Like,
any of them have
he's
so-
magic?
basically just saying like, "Hey, we're related."
No, but because I thought that when he does that, like, but his ancestors are his ancestors.
Right.
That's what I thought, and then they said it.
Okay, but not to be racist, why is like a predominantly white family have like some kind of ancient Asian like weaponry that's summoned by their like familial bond? Like what?
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
But it's perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's in great.
Okay,
Awesome.
so and to me, my biggest problem is with the end of the movie because, all right, so first off, why do you bring Carol? Second off, if you can turn into a dinosaur and you're primarily just going to
Why
kill
didn't you just
everybody,
do that?
Yeah, just do that
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
sure, he had the arrow that turns you human, but then fight as a person,
But well, you fought for like 5 minutes as a person,
and they have weapons and stuff. Like, why would
Yeah.
you risk that
and
at
then,
all?
and then turned into a dinosaur before you can even get your.
Yeah,
So I
it
know
just-
what you mean.
It
Yeah.
makes no sense to me. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
go into the battle as a fucking dinosaur.
Unless
if you
the
can
whole-
turn into a velociraptor, you turn
Well,
into
because-
that
That way,
on your
yeah.
way to the fight.
Because
Yeah.
Father Stewart finds out the plot. Like
Yeah.
Doug doesn't know this, like what the ninjas
At
are
all,
even
ever,
doing.
I don't think.
no.
Yeah.
So if you're going there like, oh, these ninjas are gonna try to kill me, all right, fine. Go there as a person, see if you can find out what's going on. Obviously, you can't. Turn into a dinosaur
Turn.
and kill all of them.
Yeah.
Why do you bring Carol?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? What is?
So she can die and have that scene at the
And then
end.
get
But
brought
she,
back.
yeah, but she didn't die. I was afraid she was gonna have like a pregnancy reveal there. I'm like, don't
Oh.
do that.
I was expecting
I
a much
wanted-
more of a
I-
dramatic reveal.
When she brings him
Yeah.
closer
Yeah.
and she whispers,
Yeah.
"I'm fine," I was like, "Oh, don't make."
I
it like,
really wanted a velociraptor baby.
Yeah, I thought she was going to have a dinosaur
Yeah.
baby too.
Yeah.
the end of the movie is just a chest burster dinosaur coming out of her,
Like alien style.
yeah, at the screen, yeah.
But they, I like that they give him a chance to mourn her as she's dying. Mm-hmm. The
Yeah.
ninjas,
They're just standing there waiting. Yeah.
and like hugging each other.
Yeah.
And
Like, oh, man, this is really sad.
no. Yeah, this is terrible.
Like, did he just recruit a bunch of inner city kids? Like, I just don't understand where these ninjas came from. Because they talk about how like they're an ancient, Christian order that they're getting people addicted to drugs, so they'll need to eventually get off drugs, and all the support groups are in churches.
They'll turn to
Yeah.
church
and then
Yep.
they'll
groups.
It made no sense.
Well, but I
don't
mean,
know.
abstractly, it does make sense
Yeah.
because that is where a lot of like Narcotics Anonymous meetings are.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
So it is
But-
a plot. I
but-
just not a
and
good
then-
one.
plot,
but
dude.
I did like the little line of dialogue. It's like the title on the screen about God when he was killing.
Oh, from
The Gandhi?
The
The
Gandhi,
Gandhi
quote.
quote. Yeah, the
Yep.
Gandhi quote. Yep.
Love
Sorry about
that.
the crack.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even see it.
Oh, good.
Though, I mean, I guess we haven't technically gotten to that point, but I mean, when he says his hands
Yeah,
are
we're at the
immune,
Oh yeah. Because I also loved when he got he got shot with the arrow and he turned back into human. But the way they did it was like it was a freeze frame on a video camera, and then it was just the most obvious.
terrible.
I loved it.
to me, it was like those old Power Rangers,
Yeah.
like special effects,
Yeah.
like just flipping the film like that.
So yeah, he turns into the dinosaur, kills everybody except for
Leader guy, Wang Chi.
leader ninja,
Wei Chi.
and then leader ninja hits him with that arrow. With the poison on it, and it turns him back, except for his hands, like we said. And
Rips the
then,
dude's head off.
and then he
Rips his head
Rips
off.
it off.
So cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
seriously,
great effects because that head looks real after he takes it off.
Oh yeah.
he turns it around, and then you're like, oh, wait a minute. No, that's,
Also,
that's just a mannequin. Never
That
mind.
mannequin face was so racist. Also,
Yeah, it
Oh
was.
yeah. Yeah.
Well, so that's why I was thinking Jean-Claude Van Damme, a lot like the blood sport reactions, like of him ripping the head off and the blood like going all over the place.
That and
like
then
that.
his screaming at.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's what I was. So, and something we didn't really talk about, but something that bothered me is Wei Chan is always speaking in Chinese usually, but
And
it's not
everybody
clear
understands
anybody.
him?
Well, but
You're not
some
sure.
people do,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
otherwise they don't answer, so you don't know. And then he'll use random English, but it's like, how much of the plot does anyone even really know what's going on? Like, does he know like what this guy's even saying to him? Like, does
Right.
he just kill him? Like, what a weird.
Does he just assume that he's always getting ordered to kill people?
Maybe.
Oh,
think
there
so.
you go.
He just assumes everything the guy says.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I just thought it was weird.
Yeah, I think so too. Maybe in the sequel, it'll make
Maybe the
sense.
sequel.
They'll explain it.
Frankie Mermaid goes to Vegas.
I can't wait.
Sign me up.
So yeah, and then so he rips off bad guy's head, and then Carol gets all fixed up at the hospital.
The doctor, I love the doctor who's
doctor.
He
his
sits
thing-
down and his band goes over his eyes.
his old school
Yeah.
band that they like. Are those supposed to be reflectors?
Yeah,
Is
I
that-
think so.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah, but
And then
that
they
just falls over his face.
And then they just sit at the waiting room.
And he lights up a cigarette that he pulls out of an ashtray.
Yeah.
And then I like how the camera it just lingers on him while Doug leaves the room and goes to see how Carol's doing. And no, we just sit there with him.
I
for
think
a bit.
that's a back alley clinic. I don't think that's a
No,
hospital.
yeah.
Like,
Can't
that's,
be.
Yeah.
Can't be. Like in real life, that's where they filmed is a back alley. Yeah. Clinic.
I can believe that.
So yeah,
And then we
magically
get-
she's
fine.
Not just recovering, she's a-okay from that kill shot.
Yeah, completely fine.
Yeah.
Yep. I
Cut,
like.
I guess.
She says, "I'm fine," and then he's like, "You're fine," and then on the screen, she's
fine.
fine.
She's fine.
It's not a joke. Like, she's not going to die again suddenly.
And then it flashes forward in the future a couple hours probably, right?
She need a little bit of time
She's-
more to recover.
yeah,
that
it
she's
takes
out of the
time,
hospital.
Brett.
She reveals that he's got a billion dollar bounty on his head.
Oh yeah,
From the Christian
know
Angel.
well.
$1 billion
Christian-
bounty.
yeah.
I forgot about that.
If they had $1 billion to put as a bounty, why wasn't their operation a little bit better?
They can't buy any better ninjas.
No.
No, you can't buy
Order
them. You
some
gotta train
online.
them.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah. And then the movie ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's no longer a priest, and
Though-
he's on the hunt.
we should say that the title of the movie is never spoken until the very end,
Yeah,
where
it is
Wei
spoken
Chan
once.
calls him the VelociPastor.
Back when he no longer.
Well, which is
pastor.
also strange, and I didn't really look into this, but I mean, usually Catholic priests aren't called pastors typically,
No, they're priests
or
yeah.
father
Yeah.
or something like that. Like pastor is usually more of a
like Protestant.
yeah.
but-
So I don't
Yeah,
know.
but Velasco priest did not sound good.
No, it's I know why they did
know.
it, but and I know the whole they wanted to play up the whole vow of chastity with her being a prostitute, and I get
Yeah.
that. I think it was maybe a little unnecessary, but
Yeah.
because
So that-
Father Stewart the whole time's like, you need to stop, and he's like, no, I'm not going to. Like,
Some people need to die.
yeah, and just stop spending time with her. He's like, I know what's happening. He's like,
I mean,
whatever.
they could have called this Velasco Fado. They could have.
Nah, VelociPastor just
VelociPastor
Okay.
it flows too close to the Velociraptor. It just works.
And that was VelociPastor from 2018 or 2017. I forget. But pre-COVID. But
COVID.
we'll be right
Pre-COVID.
back with more right after we hear from our podcast family, the PFPN.com. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Prescribed Films Podcast Network, home to hundreds of hours of free podcast entertainment. The shows on this network all have a common goal, providing you with the best discussions about movies and other forms of entertainment media. The PFPN hopes to fill your earholes with audio joy. Visit our website with links to all the other amazing shows at www.thepfpn.com. Thanks for listening.
Thanks, the PFPN.
Oh, I hit the wrong one. I hit the wrong fucking one. I thought. Nope. I hit the. Which one was the right
I think
one?
it's top right.
Shit. Fuck. Okay. Fuck it. I tried to do a bit.
And we're back.
And we're back. Thanks to PFPN. You guys are awesome.
Awesome.
Really?
Awesome.
Fucker.
I'm still trying to figure out which one without pressing it. We'll
I
get it
had
right
a
next
puppy
time.
on my lap.
And I never know what's going on, so I just sit here.
You looked at us weird on the last one.
I mean, do whatever you do. I don't know, really. I don't listen to it enough to be up on all the cool stuff.
So yeah, trivia.
I do have one more trivia that was not mentioned.
Sorry.
No,
See,
you're good. No, you're
I
fine.
look it up,
We
but
were
I do
stepping
too
on
much.
toes.
Of
No,
this.
you're fine. You're good. The police. I like the
Chips sound amazing.
Chips sound amazing.
Yeah.
What made you say
Like
that?
snacks.
Snacks.
He's looking at me. It's snacks.
It's about snack o'clock.
Police showed up to find out what was happening the day the movie's cinematic
almost
or
mentioned this
climatic
one.
fight was filmed. The scene being shot in a relatively remote area of a park. People passing by could see the actors and the set. Someone called the
ninjas.
police to report the quote ninjas and someone dressed as a short, fat dinosaur costume are running around the park.
Like, obviously, you see people out there in the weird ass costumes with cameras. Come on.
Oh, you know what's going on. That's the same thing when I was running down Mount Pleasant Street in a diaper.
In a diaper.
And a diaper.
They're like, okay, it's some kids being stupid. Move on with my day.
Well, you
I'm
even
not going
had-
to call the cops.
You even had somebody holler at you, didn't you?
I could probably.
From their
Yeah,
car.
you did.
Yeah.
I don't even have any made up trivia that would be good for this.
No. How can you make up anything that, I mean, it's could all be completely true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I was-
All right, ratings?
I guess I kind of figured we would have talked
Kill
more
count.
about the dinosaur costume than we did when you finally get to see it in all its glory at the
The
fight
big
scene.
hunchback.
Yeah.
It reminded me of when we did the robot movie and we had your brother do the shark
Yeah,
costume. Because
yeah.
it's kind of the same kind of costume.
Right.
Yeah. Because that's the kind of costume, right, that like blows the air into it.
I think it's
Right,
too
to
low
inflate
budget
it?
for that.
It
'cause-
looks like it, but it's got a big hole in the crotch area, so I don't think that would work.
Yeah, no, I think it was like a foam suit, would be my guess.
Oh, weird.
Because they made it for a high school play. They ain't going to get electronics involved, blowing fan and stuff like that. I think it was just a foam piece together thing that they made back in the day.
That they just
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one of those movies that the movie case definitely makes it look a little different than the movie itself.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
When the first time they showed the dinosaur briefly, I'm like, wait a minute, that I was expecting like some CGI.
Yeah, I thought so too.
No, with their
nonsense.
budget, CGI would have been a poor choice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And actually, the artwork on the movie is so cool that they probably a good chunk of that 36,000 probably went to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that?
The rest went to Frankie Mermaid.
Yep.
And then, yeah, because you
yeah.
have to have
You
him
have
in the
to.
movie, and you got to pay him what he's worth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankie Mermaid.
He was
versus
the whole
world.
budget. Everything else was.
That's why he was in
afterthought.
for so little.
Yeah.
Because they had to pay him so much.
Yep.
Yeah.
I loved how just more random laughing Alistair after the father Stewart gets his eye ripped out and then Doug just runs out. He just
Yep,
sits there at the
runs
table
off.
laughing like, it's just- how high are you, dude? Like seriously, what do you think's going on right now?
Ratings.
Ratings.
All right. Let's.
What about kill count?
Oh yeah, kill count.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm jumping over things.
10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay, so I had like
Magic number.
I had like 15, but with not including the parents. Are we including the
See,
parents?
I included the
I
parents.
included the
but I
parents.
did not include the montage stuff
No.
because I didn't feel like any of them actually died, and then I didn't include the ninjas after in the morning, like after the love scene. You can't call it a sex scene.
No,
it's not
love
a sex
scene.
scene. 'cause
And,
That's a love scene.
it's yeah.
They love each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, but we're including the parents because I thought I was creative,
Right. Yeah.
and I'm including
Yeah.
that because they did die.
Agreed.
Okay,
So you said 15. I said 13. Let's go 14.
sound good.
Are you counting the baby that got thrown off the bridge when Frankie Mermaid
No.
stole
No,
its
because
candy?
we didn't see it.
Oh,
Right?
that's true.
We didn't
Yep.
see it.
We can't
Yep.
prove that it happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
In the montage, wasn't one of those guys getting his legs ripped off?
Yeah,
by
but
the
he didn't
Velocipastor?
die. We didn't
Yeah.
die.
And there was people.
can live
We
from
don't.
that.
We don't like to assume things.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. Just in case they
Medical
could.
science has come a long way.
I mean, you
He
can
might
live
be
from.
okay.
You can live with one leg.
You could. Yeah.
It's turned
I mean,
into
even if it's violently ripped off, I mean, as long as
Yeah.
you don't lose too much blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And actually, it's turned into some lively debates before
Oh, yeah.
on past episodes of like, did this person actually die or not?
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
one of the jokes. I can't remember if it's College Humor, but when they do their Batman parodies, is that like Batman leaves them. Like you he says he's not killing them, but like
Yeah.
when you hit people with batarangs or concussions and you just leave them in an alley,
Yeah.
like, are you sure none of them have died
You
from
left
any
that
of their
guy
Yeah.
for dead, dude.
hanging upside down, like, you know, just
Yeah. And we do include halves for babies though in the womb.
okay.
Yep.
Only Abe.
So
can,
if she had been pregnant, Carol, and she
Did die.
and she had died
Yep.
with the baby, yeah, it would have been a 0.5.
Yep.
yeah, 0.5.
But it didn't happen. Thank God.
Did not.
Yep.
So ratings.
I don't think they're going to go that dark in this movie.
No, they
because
wouldn't.
they're just having
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a pastor that
Yeah.
can turn into a velociraptor.
You know.
It's just
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
family comedy, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, ratings.
Ratings.
Abe, are you starting?
Sure, I'll go. 5.
5?
5. Fuck yeah. This movie was so fun. Yeah.
Did you watch it with him?
I don't need to elaborate anymore on that.
Was he having so much fun with it?
He really was.
I
it
was
was
having a lot of fun.
disgusting.
I was
man.
laughing while I was watching it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
One
Oh.
thing that I have to point out from our viewing, I watched it on Amazon. Right off the bat, they say this movie will be presented with limited commercial interruptions, like usual. Commercial popped up like right after. It doesn't matter where in the movie. So it pops up. 0-second ad. They didn't even want to throw ads in this movie. Like, no one's going to watch this. We're not going to make any money from this. Don't bother. They had an ad break, but no ads came on, so it went right back to the movie. It was
Damn.
pretty funny.
I've never seen that.
That didn't happen with me.
Oh, really?
Mine went. It did the ad break. Well, it was like, watch this like 2 minutes of ads, and then 3 minutes of
Oh,
ads.
you got the bundle thing at
and
the
then,
beginning?
No, this
Oh,
was
okay.
like halfway through the movie, and then it was like, and then enjoy the rest of the movie with uninterrupted.
Right.
Kind of
Gotcha.
I didn't have any ads.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't think I did either.
Jeez Louise, guys.
They're all over the place. But no, five stars. Fried
5
Machetes.
stars?
Great movie. Loved
I'll-
it. So much fun.
I'll go next because
Go for it.
Mine's also 5.
Yes.
This movie's just like I like. This is the kind of B movie that I enjoy.
They're just
where
having fun.
they're having a great time. I think that one of the movies that we recently did that was trying to do it did it poorly.
Yeah.
I think this is how you do it.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yep.
So I'll just go next.
Yeah. What are you gonna give?
I'm gonna give this a 5
Oh my gosh!
because
This is going to be the highest rated movie you guys
it's so good, and it's only an hour and 15 minutes. It's like the perfect length.
70-some minutes that
So,
blew my mind.
My kind of movie, guys.
Love that kind of movie.
cartoon movies they used to make, like, like hour and a half, like, yeah, even less
Sign
than
me
that.
up.
Yeah, sign me up. And the people also watched underneath it was
Zombievers.
Zombievers.
Yep.
which
Oh
is
my
also
God, I
about
loved it.
I know, which is
It's
also about
so
the same
good.
running time. And then I was thinking, like, I just love this kind of movie.
Yeah.
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 It's
I
so
saw
good.
another one, Llama Apocalypse. Is that
Yeah. I saw the cover
We
for
saw.
that.
I think I saw that. It was
Did
not.
you?
It was not that good. I think that was a watch party.
I was going to say, I think that's a watch party.
That was a watch party. It was not
Did
good.
we watch that for AOTKP? Watch
Yeah.
party?
Yeah.
It was not good.
I didn't get to catch up. I remember
Um,
having to dip out halfway through because the internet was acting up or something. So,
But
yeah.
it was
that
not the
one?
best.
Yeah. It was nowhere near
was-
this level.
And it was nowhere near as bad as Corn Sharks.
No.
No.
Corn Sharks.
Shark
We watched
corn.
that on
Corn of the Sharks.
Corn of the Sharks.
Yeah.
or
something like that.
Sharks of the Corn. It's
Shark field or cornfield and a shark.
Sharks.
Yep.
Did they have any kind of explanation for
Nope.
the shark?
No,
or was it just
no.
there just is a shark?
There, yeah.
We did it for a watch party.
Yeah.
Those are the best movies to watch on those watch parties, though, because like I said before, like we watched years ago on one of those, we watched Session 9,
Mm-hmm.
which is a really good movie, and nobody says anything in the chat during the whole movie
Another one.
because
That,
everybody's just sucked into it.
another one that was on customers also watched was I didn't get to watch this one. What Butt Boy?
Oh,
I
Bad
know, I
Boy.
saw that.
Yeah,
Missed that.
we
I
saw
still
that.
watched that.
You still haven't watched
no.
it?
Oh, man.
epic.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy movie, Butt Boy.
Yeah.
So as bad as you think it is.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Don't have
Great.
go in with no expectations.
So since I already know what's going to happen, Dane should go next with his rating.
Okay.
Okay.
Bloody bloody machete
Are
on
we
the
gonna go
way
from,
up.
like, from 5 to 1? Like,
Yeah, it sounds like it.
No, I think 2.5.
Not a blame machete though.
We'll see.
Dane, what are you thinking?
well, it's. I mean, I'm torn because it's not typically the type of movie I watch. Yeah. And a lot of times I rate movies based on if I ever want to watch them again. Because, like, you know, enjoying it once is fine, but, like, I like things that have a little bit more staying power. Yeah. And this one would be fun to watch with people that have never seen it. But I struggle to think of just, you know what I'm in the mood for? Just, like, watching VelociPastor.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I don't think I would. So, I mean, I would give it a 4 just because... Like I said, it's great. It's great for what it is, but I just don't think I'd ever watch it again. And it's not really the kind of thing I normally watch, but it's fun. And they didn't, like I said, I don't feel like they dropped the ball in any major way with the money they had to do it.
Right. Yeah.
They wanted to tell a story. They did. It was fun for what it was. And so, yeah, I'd give it a 4.
Nice.
I think it'd be a good double bill with like Tammy and the T-Rex or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Nice.
We're back.
That'd
Oh
be
my
fun
God,
too.
I love We're Back so much.
movie.
That's a 5-star movie right
maybe
there.
a wolf cop.
No,
Professor
We're Back.
Screw Eyes. There's a villain for you.
Sorry, guys. There's
Well, here
Are
we
you
give it a
really
4.
sorry though, or are you just saying?
Okay, I'm looking forward to this.
See, I was saying much more dramatically, this is going to be a 4 is acceptable rating still. Go for it.
Uh-oh.
I wish I could have liked it as much as you guys. It was so dumb.
Ashlyn, this whole movie, she would chuckle. She's like, so stupid.
It'd be like if Katie watched it with me.
Yeah, it was just real dumb. I don't know. And like all over the place with the fucking ninjas. And then at one point I was like, why the fuck are there ninjas? And Abe's like, Ashlyn,
They've been in for the whole movie.
there's been ninjas. I was like, so they went to China and then it's ninjas?
They
like, what the
went
fuck?
out of the way to explain the ninjas.
Well, I missed that part. Ooh, I got to give it like a 3.5.
Is that generous?
That's pretty generous.
Dang.
What's your honest rating?
A 3.
3?
A 3.
But also
Okay.
the things that you're saying with your explanation for your ratings, though, like those were all like I feel like good things. When we watched what was that?
Meth Gator?
No, well that yeah.
Fuck, I love Meth
Which
Gator
was a
so much.
5, right?
Do you want to know though?
And the Dude Bro Massacre, you liked that one too.
But I think
Yeah,
that
I didn't like
my
that one.
main. I don't think I 5'd Dude Bro.
No.
I don't think so.
I thought.
Meth Gator got a 5 first of all because slap fight.
Slap.
Okay.
Slap fight.
Okay.
It was awesome.
Gator jaw or his iron jaw. I don't
Yep.
fucking remember. And then it's fucking Meth Gator. Now VelociPastor
Yeah.
is
What was
a
it
person turning into a raptor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I still don't know why.
Oh man,
I have no idea why.
Because he got cut at the beginning
Even
of
after
the movie.
she
With
did
the
the whole
relic.
episode about it.
But like literally, I just like I'm sitting here like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Like Meth
Dragon
Gator's
Warrior.
a fucking gator who got into some meth. That shit's top tier movies right here.
So like Cocaine Bear. Like
yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
It's a crazy
I
movie.
really thought I would love it because the dinosaur, and like usually with the animal shitty movies, I'm all for it. But and then he was weird. Dude was weird, and then their sex scene was so weird.
Hey, love making love scene.
Well,
It was all
people
so
are like
weird.
that. They just grip hands a little bit.
See, I was
That's it
really
right
hoping.
there, yeah.
I was really hoping. They probably would have been too campy, but I was hoping that they were showing that, and then it would zoom out, and then they would literally be like almost completely across the table.
I would have
like they wouldn't be
died.
anywhere near each other. I was really hoping for that. That'd been hilarious.
And then the pastor's like, so this is really how you do it?
Yeah,
This is what I've been
Yeah.
missing out on. And she's like, yep, this is it.
awesome.
So what's up next?
Next is movie recap. So we won't have to worry about picks.
Okay.
We'll
Until next
discuss
time.
that. Yeah, we'll discuss that on a future episode.
Ooh.
Stay tuned.
Should do it without Brett?
Yeah. Thanks for hitting that play button, folks, and make sure to give us a follow, and we'll see you next time. It's something like that. That's what Brett usually
I
says.
think you nailed it.
Yeah.
I can't believe you don't have that recorded. You
Oh,
just press the button and have it.
yeah. Thank you for coming
Yeah,
on,
Dane.
Dane.
Oh, yeah, thanks for
It's
having
been
me.
great having you back.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what you make us watch next time.
Yeah.
I give you suggestions. I'm not going to make you watch anything.
Oh, you make us watch it.
still
You
wanna
had a gun to our head, and
It's
you made
like
us watch this.
where the eyes are stretched open, like strapped to the chair, having
Yep.
to watch it. Yeah, not quite that far.
Nope. Thanks, everybody. Almost.
Did Brett go to the bathroom? Because that's where I need
I
to
think
go.
so.
Me too.
I think that's where everybody's
Okay.
thinking about going next.